back once again. We got a powerful piece today. We're going to be talking about Judah and Tamar. I know y'all want to hide that out there. I know a lot of, the Hebrew Israelites, they hate for the general to go to work because they know I'm the reincarnation of Melchizedek. There he is, Sarah Melchizedek Sunseti. You see what I'm saying? Coming back, you know what I'm saying? Putting it down on y'all with this knowledge. You see, putting it down with this knowledge. Let me get a link in here. We're in the house. Let me get a link in here. Let me get a link in here. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So we're gonna be talking about Tamar. I know y'all want to run. I know y'all want to run from me, but I ain't gonna let you run. I'm gonna get on top of you because they say they not Africans. That they don't have no Hamitic blood, they not Hamites. And I say, okay, that's how y'all feel. I mean, that person, why are you talking about the Bible if you don't believe? And it's a subject of discussion. It's so many of my people that's been, it's so many of my people being conquered spiritually by the Bible. Why not talk about it? It must be the truth. It must be the truth. It must be the truth. Hold on, family. Ugh. Listen, I'm gonna say this once again. Your mama back in your soul don't be over there doing all that. I get her all the way down there. She get down. Yeah, it must be the truth. It must be the truth. So, they want to flee. They want to flee. If it ain't the truth, then back on out. If it ain't your cup of tea, you ain't got to drink the tea. Move on, move around. You see, but it must be the truth. You see, you ain't got to believe in something to talk about it. What sense do that make? Yeah, we're in the house. Did I drop that link in there? I did. I dropped it in there. So let's talk about this. Because this is a major degree. So when they get to talking and they say, oh, we not African, we're not Hermetic. I hear that. I hear that from the Hebrews. Yeah, they say that, but we're going to prove them wrong today. Okay, now for anybody out there, we're going to get this degree. You could go to, what chapter is that? It's Genesis. You go to Genesis chapter 38. Like the Reverend, chapter 38. Got to get on over there to Genesis chapter 38. And we're going to see what the Lord say about y'all not being Africans. Yeah, we're going to get on y'all today. We're going to see what the Lord got to say about y'all not being Africans. All right. So so listen to me. It came to pass at that time that Judah went down from his brethren and turned into a certain Adulamite whose name was Hira. Okay, Adulamite whose name was Hira. And Judah saw there a daughter of a certain Canaanite. Now, God had already told them, don't mess with the the Canaanite. You see? Yeah. Yeah. So they done already told them not to mess with the Canaanite. And here Judah, supposed to be the royal, he supposed to be the royal bloodline. You see, he supposed to be of the royal bloodline. And he go and he messed with the daughter of a certain Canaanite whose name was Shua. And he took her and went into her, and she conceived and bare a son named Er. E-R, like an error, like a mistake. I believe that's where they get the word error from, because he error, you know. And so, and she conceived again and bare a son and called his name Onan. And yet she conceived yet again and bare a son whose name was Shayla. Or Sheila. It sounds feminine, but I guess it ain't. And so it's Shayla, Sela. I don't know. However they pronounce it, it looked feminine to me. But anyway, and he was at Chrysia when she bare him. And Judah took a wife for Er, his firstborn, whose name was Tamar. So let's be clear that the first three sons of Judah were by an African woman, a Canaanite, by the name of Shua. Shua. Her name was Shua. Okay, and so the first three sons of Judah, now this is the royal tribe. This is the same, and see, God had already told them, don't go into the Canaanite. And here he done went in there and had three. And so, and not only that, Tamar's a Canaanite too. He's in the land of Canaan. It says he didn't left his brethren. He didn't left his family. And he done went into the land of Canaan. And it says, and Judah took a wife for Er, his firstborn, whose name was Tamar. And Er, now listen to this. And Er, Judah's firstborn, was wicked in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord slew him. Don't even say, and don't even say what he did. Just say he was wicked in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord slew him. The very first. So this is the tribe of Judah. This is the tribe where the royal bloodline comes. And so already in the beginning, they into which one? I don't understand when you say how you add. I'm gonna continue on. Okay. And Judah said to Onan, now Er, his firstborn, then been taken by the Lord. He done been knocked off by the Lord. Okay, he was wicked in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord did not Er, the firstborn of Judah, did knocked him off. You see, no, Abraham is not Judah. Judah is one of the 12 tribes. Abraham is the father of the Israelites. Well, you got Israel, but the covenant is with Abraham. Abraham is the father of the nation. That's who the covenant with. Okay? And so, Judah down the line. He down the line from Abraham. So Judah say unto Onan, now listen to this, man. Go into thy brother's wife and marry her and raise up a seed to thy brother. Now how you is y'all some of the most wicked? That's wicked, man. I mean, I don't care what. You say, I want to know, and y'all out here talking about God, God, God. Which one of y'all about to do that? You know, and Judah said to Onan, his second oldest son, after his first son had been knocked off, he said, go into thy brother's wife and marry her and raise up a seed to thy brother. Well, I mean, how do you do that, though? You know what I'm saying? How is it thy brothers? You know what I'm saying? This is how y'all do things, man. I mean, y'all, that's barbaric. You know what I'm saying? That's really barbaric. Any which way, anybody out there that is y'all still doing that right now? That's how y'all get down? I don't care, customary or not, it's foul. It's foul. Okay? It's foul. Customary or not, it's foul. Okay? Is you do this how you do now? Is it still customary? Still customary. I mean, we're gonna get down to the get down because really they ran the train on Tamar. You call it customary. We call it running a train. That's what they call it. I don't know what you call it. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe you should put it's customary to run a train. That's what y'all doing. The good lords, the bloodline of God Almighty. Yeah. Yeah, we got to talk about this. Okay. Okay, where we at? Okay. And so this is what he said. And Onan, logically, knew that the seed should not be his. And it came to pass when he went into his brother's wife that he spilled it on the ground, lest that he should give seed to his brother. So he did. So he said he can't do it. You understand what I'm saying? He had a consciousness. You see what I'm saying? He had a consciousness, and he spilled his seed on the ground. And what it say? And the thing which he did displeased God, displeased the Lord. Wherefore he slew him also. You see what I'm saying? So that right there. So God took out number one and number two. You see what I'm saying? Took out number one and number two. And so, he said, man, this ain't how what is they talking about? What is they talking about? I can't do this, And so, so his consciousness kicked in, and so he took old 09 out too. Took old 09 out too. Okay. Damn, he knocking off Judah's children like, you understand, like a mafia boss. You understand what I'm saying? God, he like a mafia. He like John Gotti. He knocking them off. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And then said Judah to Tamar. Now he got one more son left. And so then Judah said to Tamar, his daughter-in-law, remain a widow in thy father's house till Shelah, my son, be grown. For he said, lest peradventure he die also as his brethren did. And Tamar went and dwelt in her father's house. So he told her to go and live with her father until his third son, his only son now, till he get older. And then he gonna marry his third son, Shayla, however you pronounce Sheila. He gonna marry his third son to Tamar, because I guess that, like the brother said, that's custom. You see that? I guess that's customary. I guess you just go down the line of brothers, and I don't care how many of them get knocked off. You just keep going down the line. You just keep going down the line until it ain't no more brothers. And then what happened after you run out of brothers? What, you start calling the nephews, and how you keep what you do? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, how you do that? You keep going down the line until you get the nephews and whatever. I don't know. This is the Bible, you know what I'm saying? And in the process of time, Judah's, in the process of time, the daughter of Shua, Judah's wife, died. And Judah was comforted and went up unto his sheep shearers to Timnath. 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 Okay, that's the city, Timnath. And he and his friend Hira, the Abdullamite. And it was told Tamar, saying, behold, thy father-in-law goeth up to Timnath to shear his sheep. And she put on her widow garment. She put on her widow's garment from her. Now, this is some King's English. You know what I'm saying? They talking backwards. This is the King James. And she put her widow's garments off from her. Now, you know you ain't supposed to talk like that. And covered her with a veil, and wrapped herself, and sat in the open place, which is by way to Timnath. For she saw that Shelah was grown, and she was not given unto him to wife. So she realized that Shelah, I keep saying that, but that's how it's spelled, Shelah. But this is supposed to be a man. So I got a problem with that. That don't sound masculine at all. But anyway, so Shelah, you see, was supposed to be, and he grown now, and Judah then reneged on marrying Shelah to Tamar. And so she vindictive now. So she was wearing her widow's garment, and she said, you know what? I'm going to get back at his ass. So she took her widow's garment off, and she go put on some harlot clothes, and hid her face. So you know how they put the little thing across the face, so he couldn't tell who she was. Okay, that's what she did. Okay, and so when Judah saw her, he thought her to be a harlot. Now, this is the matriarch of the tribe of Judah. Okay, I want y'all to know this. This is the matriarch of the tribe of Judah. I just want y'all to know that. So Judah thought her to be a harlot because she had covered her face. You see? And he turned unto her by the way and said, go to, I pray thee, let me come into thee. Now, this is some crazy English. And he turned unto her by the way and said, go to, I pray thee, let me come into thee. Okay, for he knew not that she was his daughter-in-law. And she said, what will thou give me that thou mayest come into me? So what you gonna give me? And he said, I will give thee a kid from the flock. And she said, will thou give me a pledge till you send it? And he said, what pledge shall I give thee? And she said, the signet and thy bracelets. I believe a signet is like a ring. He had a ring on, and thy bracelets and thy staff that is in thine hand. And he gave it to her and came into her, and she conceived by him. He didn't know it though. You see, now this, I believe the signet is almost like it's like a symbol of the tribe. You know what I'm saying? So, you got to get that back. You got to get that back because everybody gonna know you've been out here tricking Judah. Judah out here tricking y'all. That's what it come down to. Judah out here, and this is the royal bloodline. What do I mean? David, Solomon, but they ain't no better. Jesus, all of them come through Judah. You see what I'm saying? Because he's the royal bloodline. Okay, I just want y'all to know that now. And she rose and went away and laid by her veil from her and put on the garments of her widowhood. So now she done took off the harlot clothes and she done put on back on her widow clothes. Okay. And Judah sent the kid is a little goat, by the hand of his friend the Adulamite to receive his pledge from the woman's hand. So he sent the goat so he could get his ring and his staff and his bracelets back. Then when his friend the Adulamite get up there, then he asked the men of the place saying, "Where's the harlot?" Where is the harlot, man? Where's the harlot with my man's? He got my man's ring and everything. Where the harlot at? That's wow, man. This is crazy, man. You can't make this up. Hey, man, you can't make this up, family. And so, yeah, they hurt by this. Let me get it here. Okay. And so they said there was no harlot in this place. And he returned to Judah and said, I can't find her. I cannot find. And also the men of the place said that there was no harlot in the place. And Judah said, let her take it to her, lest we be ashamed. Behold, I sent this kid, and thou hast not found her. So he know that she can shame the tribe, and say, look, I got the man, he tricking, he got, he done all it, and it's, you know what I'm saying? This is daughter-in-law. This is going to be a scandal. You know what I'm saying? You didn't lay, I don't know if it's going to be a scandal or not. The way they lay with each other, it might not have been no scandal. Yeah. Don't ask me why. Is it true? Is it true? I'm reading straight from the book. Don't sit up here and you mad because I'm reading? It's a whole lot of people that read from the Bible don't believe in it. Okay? They showing the people the lies in the book. Now y'all say that the Shemites are not related to the Hamites. You see what I'm saying? That's a lie because the matriarch of the tribe of Judah is a Hamite. So that's a lie. I don't have to believe in it to show you's a lie. Get on up out of here, man. Get on up out of here. Just worry about whether it's the truth. That's what you should be worried about. You see what I'm saying? You must be hurt in your heart, in your belief, because you know it's true. And so it came to pass about 3 months after that it was told Judah saying, listen, Tamar, thy daughter-in-law, hath played the harlot. And also, behold, she is with child by whoredom. Do you hear this? Now, this is the tribe of Judah. This is the tribe of Judah now. And Judah said, bring her forth and let her be burnt. I'm reading straight from the book, man. Shut up. Get out of here. Shut up. It's facts. Shut up. We ain't got no time for you. Sit on down, man. Go. If it ain't true, get up out of here then. Because you're wasting your time. You would be wasting your time. Why are you wasting your time if it's not true? Then she said, then she was brought forth. She sent to her father-in-law, saying, by the man whose these are, am I with child? And she said, discern, I pray thee, whose are these? The signet and bracelets and staff. The signet and bracelets and staff. And Judah acknowledged them and said, listen to me. She have been more righteous than I. Now, anytime your patriarch is a whore can be more righteous than the patriarch of the royal bloodline of the Israelites, it's time to throw in the towel. It's time to throw in the towel. Because ain't no way you supposed to be talking about a harlot is more righteous than I. And you the tribe of Judah. You the patriarch of the tribe of Judah. I say, man, this is wicked. This is wicked, man. This is wicked. And so they didn't already say, man, that she had she is with child by whoredom. Wow. And this child is in the lineage of Solomon Jesus Perez. He's in there. The child by whoredom, Perez, is in the genealogy of David, Solomon, and Jesus. Okay? Hezekiah, all of. Okay? And it came to pass in the time of her travail that, behold, twins were in her womb. And it came to pass when she travailed that one put out his hand, and the midwife took and bound upon his hand a scarlet thread, saying, this came out first. And it came to pass as he drew back his hand that, behold, his brother came out. And she said, how hast thou broken forth? This breach be upon thee. Therefore his name was called Perez. Okay? Now out of this, if you look in the genealogy of Jesus, you will find the name of this child born out of whoredom, Perez, in the bloodline of David, Solomon, and Jesus. Tamar, the Canaanite. And she played on him because he played on her. Okay, that's what happened. That's what happened. So family, go read it for yourself. And if you find that I read it as it was. I didn't alter nothing. It was hard because it was the King James. But, I'm going to have to leave that King James alone, man, because that old English, man, that shit hard on the conscience, because it ain't right. I see why they gave it up. You see, I see why they gave it up. But anyway, family, we out of here. Go dig into that gem right there. And so the next time the Hebrew Israelites say they're not Hermetic and this, that, and the third, and just because you saying it go through the Father, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. You see what I'm saying? When the genetics is looked into, you see that you got African in your genetics. Give up. Just give up. All right, family. Peace. I see y'all. Make sure y'all get over to my Patreon and check me out. Black Power.